Even over the past 10 years or so, sports psychology has really grown, and I think elite athletes really recognize the value in training their minds. They're dealing with a lot out here, and so of course you could be great at golf and strong and powerful and eating right, but now you're out here and you're trying to make money, your livelihood depends on this, and there are moments where there's just so much pressure, and so to be able to train your mind and have the skills to deal with that kind of pressure is really valuable and really important. It's so interesting because you look at some of the players out here, even you just watch Lydia Ko play, and the commentators are talking about how composed she is and how all this pressure is not really getting to her.
What a putt. Could expect nothing else from a champion like Lydia.
Athletes aren't born that way. They have to work really hard on that, and they work with mental trainers and mental coaches to kind of prepare for those moments. Working with the rookies on tour is one of my favorite things because they're fresh, they're new, they're coming to something, they're excited. But that transition is really challenging.
I've started working with Dr. Julie from my first tournament this year. I was able to formulate that relationship with her, and it's been a game changer for me, having someone that I can talk to not just about golf, but about life and tour life especially, and she always lends an ear, very helpful.
Kim, this the tee at 18. And it does! An ace!
I'm definitely working on my breathing right now. So whenever I'm on the range or chipping green, putting green, I'm practicing my breathing techniques. Also in between shots, being able to clear my head and maintain good focus and be in a good spot mentally. And whenever I'm practicing out on the range especially, just being able to visualize and keeping that self-talk as positive and as constructive as possible.
Lauren and I met back in 2022 when I first came out to the tour. She went to the University of Virginia, that's where I did my grad training, and so we had that connection right away. And at the time when I first met with her, she was somewhere outside the top 200 in the Rolex rankings, but she really wanted to be great.
I think some of the stuff that I've learned, a lot of it's just been confidence and belief and getting some control over some anxieties that I've had on the golf course. And a lot of conversations I've had with her and other players too, I learned, I'm not the only one that has those feelings. It's normal to feel those things, but how can you get over it and continue to perform?
I think the pressure definitely heightens people's performance in some ways, and then there's maybe that tipping point where it can become a bit overwhelming and it just kind of overtakes the situation where you almost feel like you're losing a little bit of control of yourself. At the end of the day, this is just a game that we're playing, and I think that perspective is definitely something that I've tried very hard to recognize, and I worked with Julie on this as far as I'm going to get off the course and I still have a family that loves me and friends that love me, and really working on also loving myself. It's also having the support in myself that is probably the thing that is the most worked on.
Golf's really unique. It is truly a mental and physical challenge. They're out there for a long time. There's tons of time to think and overthink. And so I think for golf, that's why it's really critical to learn how to manage that time and space really well.